back to Pina Cucina. Today we're going to be making stuffed artichokes, Carciofi Ripieni. Now they seem to be in season all year round in this country, but we only used to get them in springtime. First thing we're going to do is clean them, and I will show you how to do that. Now we cut the stalks, but make sure that it's nice and straight and level because they need to stand up in the pot. So we just cut that and just put it aside because we're going to be using that. See, that's not quite straight, so you just straighten it up. Otherwise they're going to roll in the pot. We don't want that. Just test them out and make sure that they're sitting up. Once we have the stalks cut off, we need to clean these very tough leaves on the outside, so we just disregard them. We just stop to where they're starting to get a bit whiter. That's where the tender leaves are. Okay, so we do that with all of them. If they're a little too tough, you can just cut them out with a knife, like this one here seems to be. Otherwise they take forever to cook. They never cook. They're too tough. Now we need to cut the tops off. So it's pretty much around about halfway, because they're usually very tough. We can reveal the lovely rosette. And we do that with all of them. Now with the stalks, you can see, I'll just cut a little section there so you can see where the tough bits are. Because this outer skin here is very tough, it'll never cook. So it just peels off. This tastes really nice when they're cooked. Okay, now we're chopping them up into little pieces. Now I'm going to put them in the bottom of the pot with some onion and lots of parsley. Okay, next we need to get the stuffing ready. So we need some parsley. So we're going to put this into the bowl. Now we need some breadcrumbs and cheese. We're using pecorino cheese. Again, this is the only cheese that I like to use. Just remember, if you don't have enough cheese, they're not going to taste good. And we mix up everything together. Now this ingredient has to be dry, otherwise you won't be able to get it inside the artichokes. It's got to fall in between and fill up all the leaves around the whole artichoke. And we put a pinch of salt, some pepper. We're putting also a bit of crushed garlic. And mix everything together. Now we get the artichokes and start filling them up. You can ease them out again and just try and fill every leaf. And we position it in the pot, sitting up like that. And we do the same with the rest of them. Now the artichokes are all stuffed, so now what we need to do is put the condiments in. Now we need to put some olive oil on each one of them. So it's a good idea if you have one of these slow pouring bottles, because the oil is not going to get in there while they're cooking. So we have to put it on now. And we're putting some in the pot as well. Just enough olive oil to cover the bottom of the pan. Now, the last thing we need to do is add some water. Make sure you don't get the water on top of the artichokes. So we're going to fill up the water up to almost the brim of the artichokes. Now we need to salt the water. Put about 2 teaspoons of salt. Now all the preparation is done, so it's very slow cooking from now on. We'll just bring them to the boil and then we turn it right down and let them cook slowly until they're ready, in about an hour to an hour and a half. And we do it with the lid closed. It's like a pressure cooker, so to speak. So now we have a little bit of breadcrumbs left, but don't worry. We can use this for schnitzel, or you can even use it for meatballs. But a schnitzel would be a lovely accompaniment for this one here as a second course. So we'll let this cook here for about half an hour and we'll come back to it. Wow, they look amazing. They look ready to me. So I'm going to turn them off. As you can see, all the stuffing is sort of gone beautifully soft. And all the cheese is melted. And I wish you could smell this. It's just delicious. So we need to ease them out a little bit because they can break at this point. So see how they feel really nice, soft. And another way of testing to see if they're cooked, you just get one of the outside leaves and just try it. By the way, this is the way to eat the artichokes. You just scrape them down. And you disregard this. Now we're going to put one in a plate. Just be very careful not to make it all collapse because they're quite soft. Oh, that looks beautiful. Now put some of this lovely sauce around it. And there you have it, stuffed artichokes, Carciofi Ripieni.